What's up, Gene?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right.
All right.
You're back from whirlwind travels.
Man, a lot of travel.
A little bit.
It's, I think I've been in 5 countries in 4 weeks.
That's it? Wow.
It definitely felt like more, I'm telling you.
I know, right?
But yeah, that was one heck of a trip.
I'm sure you've got some planes, trains, and automobile stories for that.
I definitely have planes, trains, automobile story, which is kind of apropos because I've got some different types of vehicles and stuff that I ran into on my trip that I think we should probably talk about.
I think so.
It's been a while since we've connected. I mean,
work keeps getting in the way.
I mean, probably before my trip.
It was.
So, yeah, it's been quite a while.
It has been about a month or so.
A little over
a month now,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Where do you want to start?
Did I ever talk about Area 27?
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll start post 27.
All right.
So after I got back from Area 27, I was only here for, I think, a week, and then that's when my trip began. This trip that I headed overseas on was multi-country, several weeks long trip. Interesting enough, I crossed a milestone on this trip.
I remember that.
Yeah, I hit a milestone.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
I saw the pictures you sent, and I was jealous. Mildly jealous.
I crossed over 2 million actual flight miles. So, you get miles for like buying stuff with your credit card. But if you're a frequent flyer, they track just actual miles to get you to different status levels. And so I crossed over 2 million, which is, man, that's a lot of flight miles, just flight miles. And so it's kind of cool because on my first leg, so I did, to get to my first destination was like 4 flights. Okay. So my first flight was to Salt Lake. And so when I got on Salt Lake, they came and gave me like a little gift bag with a little note said, congratulations on reaching 2 million miles. And they gave me like a Delta water flask type thing.
And you were waiting on that, weren't you? That's in a place of honor on your mantle.
It is sticking up on my mantle.
As well
as
it should
I've got
be.
a light shining on it at night.
A spotlight.
So
you got the laser grid, like don't touch it kind of thing, like Mission Impossible going to come steal. Okay, I got you.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So then on my flight from Salt Lake to Korea, the next leg, I'm sitting there waiting to board on this flight.
That's a big.
Oh yeah, that was a long flight.
Huge flight.
I don't know, it was like 14. It's not my longest flight, but it's definitely a long flight. Thank goodness on this flight I was sitting in Delta One.
Go ahead and just say it.
Which is the lie flat bed.
Just first class.
International first
class.
Which is much different than domestic
that
first class.
Is true.
Way different.
Yeah, you get your own like flat screen TV.
Yeah. Oh, who cares about the TV? You have a door that closes to your little suite.
That's
and
ridiculous.
Your bed and your seat goes completely flat, and you have a comforter and 2 pillows.
Man.
It is really nice when you're on those long flights.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm waiting to board the flight, and they call my name. So-and-so, and I'm like, what's going on? So I walk up there, and they're like, hey, we just want to recognize you for your 2 million miles. We want to escort you on the plane. I was like, ooh, la-di-da. So I'm the first one on the plane. No one else gets to come on. They escort me on. They hand me off to the purser. Then the purser takes me to my seat and then says all this nice stuff.
Did they tuck you in?
They tucked me in, and they gave me a massage. They gave me another gift.
Wow.
They gave me another gift for the Salt Lake City crew. They then gave me another gift. So that was really cool. Good flight. And then from my Korea to, what was my next flight? Korea to Malaysia, I think was my next leg. And they just acknowledged me because it's Korean Air is just a partner. So they acknowledged that I didn't get a gift. But that was still pretty cool.
That's really cool, though.
To get
so in
that.
every leg of your out trip, you were acknowledged.
I was acknowledged.
That's really neat.
And they came over and talked to me, and I still have them. I have 3 personally handwritten notes, thanking me for the achievement and blah blah blah. It's kind of a cool thing.
That's really cool.
It just means I've been in the air way too much.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's get on to the trip. So my first leg that I was actually working in was in Malaysia. So I was in Kuala Lumpur. I've been there a whole bunch. And I go to the same hotel that I always go to. I've been going there for probably 15 years, off and on to Malaysia. At one point, we had a big data center there, and so I was going there frequently. And I got to know some of the people at the hotel because I've been going there so much. But then COVID happened, and then no travel, right? Especially no international travel.
Yeah.
It's been 5 years since I've been back to Malaysia. I show up there, I check in the hotel, go up to my room, go to bed. It was super late at night. Next morning, I come down and go to breakfast, and the lady remembers me. Now, can you imagine? This is a major hotel. Imagine how many people come through there every day.
Yeah.
Hundreds, thousand people every day. And it's been 5 years. She remembered me. I was like, wow, that's really cool that she didn't know my name, but she remembered who I was.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that was kind of cool. Ate breakfast. And then I'm going to go out for a run a little bit later. So ate, went back to my room, relaxed, changed, and I'm going out for a run. I come down and the bellhop, is it bellhop?
Yeah, bellhop. Yeah.
Bellhop. This guy totally remembers me. He's talking to the other bellhop, and he looks over, and he's like, right, puts his hand in his air, and he comes over and hugs me.
Oh, that is so cool,
He's
though.
like, man, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you doing? And it was so cool just to
That
catch
is so
up.
neat.
It was really cool. It was
Yeah.
really cool. So, I felt really good. And then I'm like, okay, time to go for a run. Now, going for a run in Malaysia, I don't care when you're ever in Malaysia, it's always hot and humid. It's
yeah.
Either the rainy season or not. But it's always hot. I get there, go stretching, and I'm getting ready to go on a normal route that I go on. It's about a 5-mile route. And what do I see right outside the hotel is an old Mini, like a 60s Mini.
Oh, like the one that'll fit on this coffee table?
Yeah, the one. Yeah,
Got it.
Those type of Minis that was in the movie with Mark Wahlberg.
The Italian Job.
Italian Job.
But the original movie, not
the
his.
original one.
Yeah, yeah,
With
yeah.
those little tiny Minis. It looked just like it with the flag, the British flag.
Yeah, yeah.
On top.
On top, the
On
Union
top.
Jack on top.
Yep.
Yeah.
Such a cool little
That's
car.
neat.
I've never seen that in Malaysia. So I was like, man.
You can probably run faster than it can go.
Probably on the uphills.
Yeah.
That was really, so I was like, oh man, that was really cool to get to see a little a Mini Cooper out there. So that was cool. That was fun. There's definitely some money in Kuala Lumpur. I'm staying is about 30 minutes outside of the downtown city area. So you don't see as many like super flashy cars. I did see a Cadillac. I tried to get a picture because I usually try to hold up. Nick's got those patches. He's got patches for the Blackwing.
Oh, yeah.
I always try to hold up the patch with a picture of me taking of the Cadillac.
Okay.
And I'll usually post it or something. I couldn't get the patch out in time to take a picture, but I saw a Cadillac there.
What kind was it?
It was an Escalade.
Okay.
So I
Well,
don't know.
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Driving people around.
Right.
And then I got to see the Mini Cooper. There was a whole bunch of like Beamers and BMWs, or I'm sorry, Mercedes and BMWs, but they weren't any special. They weren't like some M4 comp or anything like that.
Having a car in Malaysia is incredibly expensive. Have you ever watched the Larry Chin's YouTube? I love Larry Chin's YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
The stuff that he does for Haggerty and then the stuff he does on his own.
Yeah.
But one of the ones he did for Haggerty, I watched it maybe a year ago. He's actually there. He talks about the expense of buying a car there.
It's expensive.
How expensive it is to own them. Every 2 years, you got to basically rebuy the car, kind of thing, with the tax to
That's
the country.
Singapore.
Was that Singapore?
That's Singapore.
That is Singapore. I think you're right. Okay. Yeah.
So it is
but still,
expensive.
it's expensive either way, very regulated.
I'll tell you when we get to my next stop. I'll tell you a crazy story about pricing. But since you mentioned Singapore, the cost to import the vehicle, very high tax, like stupid high taxes. But they have this thing called, I'm going to mess it up, but I think it's called a COE, Certificate of something. Okay, but basically it allows you the ability to drive on the road for 10 years.
Yeah, that's the one, right? Yeah.
That's Singapore.
Yeah, okay.
So you pay for 10 years, and it is super expensive. I have a couple friends that are from Singapore, and one of them has a Porsche Macan, and his COE was like $75,000
Yeah.
just to drive your car for 10 years. After 10 years, you either have to get rid of the car or you have to get another COE. I'm like, that is some crazy.
That is nuts.
That is some serious money. And there's a lot of expensive cars in
Oh, yeah.
Singapore. A lot of expensive cars.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was kind of cool to be able to be in Malaysia, see some people, got to see the cars.
I want to. I would go to Malaysia for the Petronas Towers.
The Petronas Towers are super awesome.
Those are cool.
You know, the movie Entrapment, you know, that was filmed there with Sean Connery and
Oh
Catherine Zeta-Jones
yeah,
when
that's
they
right.
crossed over.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Really cool. So the platform that connects the two towers together is like, I want to say like 40 stories up. So it's only like a third of the way. So it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's high, but it's not as high as the Petronas Towers are. I had a connection there that worked high in the towers. They're really, really strict about just letting. I mean, you just can't
Sure.
just walk in, right? And so I was trying to get my contact who worked there to schedule a meeting so that I could go meet him, but his bosses wouldn't allow it. They're like super duper strict because they were located on like the 87th floor, and I'm like, man, to go from like the 40 to 80, now you're way up.
Yeah.
But
Now you're way. Yeah.
never did get to pull that, but it's cool. If you ever get to go, Petronas Towers are super.
I would
cool.
love to see
Really
it.
cool.
For sure.
Okay, one thing that before I go to my next leg of the trip, one thing that I forgot to mention was when you go on an airplane, which side of the airplane do you always get off on?
Left.
The left side.
Front left. Yeah. Or back left, but
Yeah,
typically
but
front
the
left.
left side, right?
Yeah.
I've been traveling for 2 million miles, more than that because I've flown a lot of not one brand. Like when I go to Africa and some Asian countries, you're flying their local
That's
ones.
just the one brand, your favorite brand.
Yeah, so this is my main brand that I fly on, which is Delta.
Yeah.
And but I've flown a lot more than 2 million. But in 2+ million miles, I've never got off the airplane other than the left side. So we land in Malaysia, always go to the airport, deplane on the left. We're sitting there. What the heck's going on? Sitting there. Finally, we start moving. But I noticed that the right side of the plane is moving a lot faster than the left side of the plane, which is usually the opposite, right? Because when the door's on the left, people are moving out.
So it's like an Airbus 380 or a 787 or something like that?
See, I flew to Korea on a 350, Airbus A350. From Korea to Malaysia was on, was that a 777? Yeah, I think it was a 777. So we start moving forward. We're deplaning on the right side. Never in my life have I ever deplaned on the right side.
Yeah, that's just weird.
So, have you ever been on a plane where you have to walk down the stairs and get on a bus?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It happens quite a bit, actually.
Okay. So
Oddly enough.
definitely when you go international, that will happen. I don't think that's ever happened domestically. No.
I've had it happen domestically more than I think I should.
Okay.
I've just been really unlucky, apparently.
Small airplanes, I guess I've done that domestically. But internationally, typical in Africa, you'll land on the tarmac. They park you out in the middle. They'll deplane you. You get on a bus and they take you because the terminal is not big enough to support the jets. Okay. KL Airport, KLIA, they're a huge airport, massive. So they can, for whatever reason, we're deplaning on the right side. Go down the ramp, and then we're all waiting around for buses. But they did it on the right side. That's odd.
That's really weird.
That. Super weird. Okay, so my next leg, I'm going to Cambodia. Okay, I've been there before, but going to Cambodia. I land in the morning, so it was a morning flight from Malaysia to Cambodia, super short flight. So I get there, and I go to schedule an Uber. So I go to the lady, a brand new airport, by the way. It was kind of funny trying to book the flights. The week before we got there, or the week that we were arriving, or that I was arriving, they changed from the other airport to this new airport.
Mm-hmm.
So before you could, like some of the, where we book our tickets through our portal, they wouldn't even allow us to book the ticket because the new airport code wasn't active at the new airport. So it's kind of weird. We had
That's
to wait
weird.
till the last minute. But
Yeah.
brand spanking new airport. Really brand new. Only been open for a couple days. So we go there, hey, where do you check the Uber? They tell me. So I go out front, and there's a Rolls Royce sitting out front. I'm like, hey, rolling in
Just
style,
saying.
pretty good. So I go up. I'm like, hey, are you waiting for? It wasn't my Uber though.
No, I didn't
Unfortunately,
think so.
It wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
You probably had a rickshaw.
No, I had a BYD.
Really?
First time I've ever been in a BYD because we don't have those here in the U.S. It was a nice vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean, it was electric, obviously. The quality of the materials inside, very nice. I was impressed. Like they had like two-tone seats, good quality. The material that you sat on, I don't know if it was leather or fake leather, but it felt plush, felt comfortable. The inside was very nice. I mean, it was a boring car because it was electric. You couldn't hear anything.
Yep.
But it's actually a nice car.
So BYD, I think they are actually the largest electric vehicle manufacturer in the world now.
Oh, they passed
well
Tesla.
over Tesla. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, considerably. And they now have the fastest production car, beating the Bugatti.
Oh, that's right. I read that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not the prettiest car, but but it's fast.
It's super fast.
I mean, it's
Stupid
sleek.
fast.
Yeah, it was well over 300 miles per hour. Not well over. It was over.
Yeah, it was.
And that's just nuts.
That's bonkers.
So bragging rights and ego.
It was cool that I got to see a Rolls Royce, which I was not expecting in Cambodia.
Was it a newer Rolls Royce or an older one?
brand new?
Oh, brand new. Okay.
Brand new. Wait, hang on. I got some stories here.
Oh,
Brand new. So I was like, okay, they're rolling pretty big here. So then I'm in the BYD, so we go there. So I'm there for 1, 2, 3. I think in each of my countries, I'm there like 3 to 4 days. Okay, so go to the office the next day. I'm working. Come back, and we'll usually we'll do an Uber. Well, they call it Grab. We have Grab there. So Uber got booted out of some of the Southeast Asia countries. I think there was some deal they worked out, but anyway, Grab. So I take Grab.
okay. Grab.
We'll just we'll get a Grab, and usually it's a tuk-tuk. I've talked about a tuk-tuk before, a
Yep.
little motorcycle three-wheel thing. Take a tuk-tuk, and that's usually what we do. And it's only literally like $1 to go it's about a 10-minute ride for $1. I mean, dirt cheap.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Come back, and then in the
Just shows the value of our dollar versus
yeah, I
so
mean,
powerful still.
I just 10-minute ride. And granted, you're talking about a motorcycle that gets amazing fuel economy.
Yep.
But still $1 for a 10-minute ride. So anyway, we're in the office all day, and I come back, and then I go out to eat or do whatever. I'm going out and I'm going to do a run. Pretty much every night I'm going out and I do a run before I go eat. And there's a Lambo Urus driving down the street.
You know what question I'm going to ask? To go ahead and answer it. If someone's been listening to this podcast from before, you know what the question was. Did you touch it?
I did not touch it.
Dang it.
But I did.
Weak.
I did get a picture of it, or I
Yeah.
tried to get a picture. I think it went by too quick. It was a purple one, one of the purple ones. It was gorgeous.
I love that purple though.
I could not. So I'm super shocked. Like, okay, I saw a Rolls Royce, new Rolls Royce, and now I see a Lambo. I'm like, that's really odd. Like, I mean, Cambodia is not like a powerhouse in terms of, compared to like Singapore in terms of like
Yeah.
finances. I'm super shocked, like really shocked. The next day, same thing. I'm going out for a run, and there's a G-Wagon. I'm like, okay, granted, this is a third world country, and there's a lot of rundown, bad places, but there's some people with some serious money driving these kind of cars around.
Yeah.
Okay. Saturday comes, and I'm going to go. I looked on Google Maps, and I'm like, I want to go find a car dealership because there's some nice cars. There's got to be some good dealerships around. So I look up, and there's an auto group. They've got Lambo, McLaren, Rolls Royce. I think they had Rolls Royce there, maybe Bentley and Porsche. There might have been Audi might have been there too. Just a whole bunch of them all together, just like your typical dealer row.
Yeah.
But they're all together. So I looked at how far away it was, and it's like 5 miles, maybe. I think it's about 5 miles from the hotel. So I'm like, okay, that's doable. So I just ran. Now, stupid hot, like really crazy hot. And this was like Saturday morning at like 9 o'clock ish. Still really warm. So it's pretty much a straight shot. You go up, you take a left, a right, a left, and then you go straight there. So I just ran out there, and I get there, and it's all gated, the entire perimeter, which is pretty normal for some of the higher end places overseas. So I go to the guard. There's a guard check that you go through. I'm like, hey, I'm just going to go look at cars, and he just waved me through. Didn't challenge me or anything. So I go walking through, and the first corner built office space was the Lambo, and then Aston Martin, I think was Aston Martin, and then there was McLaren and some others. So I'm like, I'm going to go in, and I looked in the McLaren, and the doors are open. No one's in there. No one. No customers.
Was it self-service? You drop your credit card off, drive out with a car.
I like this.
Cool.
So I go in, and I'm looking around. They had a 750 and an Artura. I think they had an Arturo. They had 2 cars in there, I think. So I'm just looking around and, just seeing how they look and trying to see if they had any merch or any material or anything like that. There's really nothing in there. And I'm like, well, someone's probably going to come out. No one ever came out. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just go to the next dealership, this next door. I'll just go to the next vehicle. And then I see a security guard walking by, and then he came back with someone else. So I'm like, oh, okay, he went and found a salesperson, right? So this guy, he came in, and he's like, oh, what are you doing? And I'm just saying, I'm here I'm in the area, so I'm here looking. Just want to take a look. I had nothing to do on Saturday.
Yeah.
And his name was Christopher. He was a Lambo guy. So he is the general manager for the Lambo store.
All right.
Okay, so he's like, why are you down here in the McLarens? Let's go. Let me take you up to the Lambo store.
Yeah, why would you bother with a McLaren, Dan?
Why bother with McLaren?
Especially like that 750 you talked about?
Yeah,
that's
I know.
ridiculous.
It's like, why come up to the real car?
Yeah, get something manly, dude.
Let's get something real. So I'm like, okay, so we walk back up there. Okay, so we walk back into the Lamborghini store. Super nice. They had a receptionist there, so they were staffed. So they had a GM there and a receptionist. She might have been a sales lady too. I don't want to discount what her role was, but she offered me some water, which was super nice because it's hot out after I just got done running. They had a Revuelto, so I took a picture and sent it to David. Said, "Hey, I'm thinking of you." So they had a Revuelto. They had a Storado.
But did it have a broken front left mirror? Or no, it'd be front right.
No, yeah,
you're right. Yeah. Sorry, David. I know it probably hurts. I know the Lambo tax to replace that was painful.
Poor, David. His. Did you know that it's in the shop? For the tranny.
Yep.
And I think the differential seal is tranny. One of the seals is bad again. So, anyway,
common problem with those cars now.
They had a Storado, and then they had a Norris there as well.
Do you like the Storados?
I think they're kind of cool.
What are your thoughts on them?
I think they're pretty cool.
I agree.
You can have something that's that high performance that you can take off road. To me, that's super cool. I don't think I could spend that kind of money.
I agree.
On that car to then go off road.
I so agree with you. I mean, it's a cool concept, and clearly they sold all of them. So okay, great. But that's a lot of money to spend on a car that you're going to ding up real bad and it's going to look like trash.
Yep.
If you actually use it the way it's designed.
Yep.
The other side says if you can afford to do it, you probably can afford to fix it too.
Yep.
But for me, I want a car I'm taking to the track. But man, it is a cool looking car.
It's a cool looking car.
Yeah, it really is cool.
So they I didn't know. I guess Urus has an SE model. I think it's the SE model, but they had just had an unveiling like the day or two before I got there. So he's like, "Yeah, you want to see it?" I'm like, "Sure." So he takes me in the back where they had one. Gorgeous car, beautiful. He opened it up. I got to see it. I mean, really nice vehicle. So that was cool. So we talked a bit, and then we came out, and we're just still chatting. So then we go into his office, and we kind of sit down, and we start just talking more about
negotiating numbers. You know how Dan does it.
Okay, before I tell you about with Christopher, I get a text from my wife. I'd have to go back and look and see what it said. But she said something, or exactly what she said. But she said something like, "You better not be coming home with a Lamborghini or a Bentley." And so I'm like,
she tracked you.
So I'm like,
knew where you were.
I'm like,
nice.
I forgot that we have tracking, right?
Yeah.
So we can see where the family is.
Yeah.
So she looked and she saw that I was at the Lambo Bentley dealer. Oh, that was so funny.
That's perfect.
Oh,
that's absolutely perfect.
Dude, that was so funny.
That's
I was
great.
cracking up. She's like,
did you show Christopher?
I don't know if I told him, but
That's
I was
hilarious.
cracking up laughing. You better not come home with a Lambo or a Bentley. So anyway, so I'm talking with Christopher. Man, that dude's
No,
awesome.
I'll just slum it with another car.
Guy's super cool. He's actually from Malaysia.
Okay.
And he had just moved there to, I think he worked at Lambo in Malaysia, and now he's a GM kind of standing up in Cambodia. Now, I'm like still baffled that they have
I am too.
Lamborghinis.
Yes,
Ferraris,
very much so.
like, not Ferraris,
Aston Martin,
Aston
McLarens,
Martin,
and all that.
McLaren.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super shocked. And he told me that the luxury tax that they pay on those kind of cars, 100%. 100%. So that Revuelto, that is, we would pay what, $700,000, $1.2 to $1.4 million in Cambodia. I was like, holy cow!
Wow.
Super shocked.
That's insanity.
Crazy money. But he told me that in where we were in Phnom Penh, that they have like 10 or 12. They sold 10 or 12 different Lamborghinis, like Urus, or I think, was he telling me that, he was telling me a story about a guy who had bought one, and I can't remember if it was a Revuelto or an Urus, but I mean, they're being sold out there, but that's at a significant price point.
Wow.
Super shocked. So anyway,
what's the economy out there that's funding that? Is it oil? Is it natural gas? Is it technology? Or is it?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't
okay.
know.
That's really cool.
It was really cool, and he is trying to, because I said, hey, do you guys like cars and coffee? You have different events, and he's like, I'm really trying to stand up the car scene, like to have cruises. So I told him about like what we do. We go out and do cruises, spirited drives. We go to Cars and Coffee. We'll do stuff at dealerships that we partner with. We could do a Cars and Coffee there. Like, there's lots of stuff that we do, and so he's trying to stand that up and get more car enthusiasts together to do stuff together. So that was really cool. Really fun time talking to Christopher, and I told him next time I'm in Cambodia, he's like, hey, let me know. We'll get connected. We'll meet up, go out to the bar, just hang out. Super cool guy, like no pressure. And the one thing that I really appreciated is that, salespeople.
I do know them.
Salespeople, right?
I know how they are.
You know how they are. Some salespeople can be super pushy right off the bat.
Yep.
And they're trying to see, are you a tire kicker or not?
I saw what you did there.
Yeah, I know that.
It's good.
The people that do good, that are salespeople that do good, are people that try to build a relationship first, then some other stuff can come down the road.
Yep.
Right? If that opportunity presents itself, then it'll come down. And the cool thing talking with Christopher is that, man, we were just chatting. We're talking about car stuff like, what do you do? What do I do? How long have you been here? Like, we're just talking about stuff. And at the end, we're like, hey, next time in town, let's connect up. And then, who knows? But it was just refreshing just to have, I think I probably spent an hour of this guy's time just sitting and talking. It was just really cool. So shout out to Christopher. Really cool. I hope you sold a couple more Lambos.
You go, Christopher.
Yep, go, man. So that was my trip to Cambodia. So those are some pretty good stories.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, so my next leg was to Manila. Okay, so I've also been to Manila a gazillion times. We get picked up from one of my friends, good friend. I've worked with this guy for like 10 years, but good friend. And he picked us up and drove us, I don't know, like 2 hours oh man, I think south of the city of Manila, out to the coast, to a restaurant that was on the water. Okay, cool little place. We go up there, we go eating. On the way back, I have to show you this photo. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. This town that we're going through used to be a 2-lane road. Okay.
Okay.
And they wanted to widen it to 4 lanes, 2 lanes in each direction.
Sounds
Okay?
rational.
Because there's more traffic coming and going out to some of the resort areas, so they need more room, right? Makes total sense.
Logical.
In the U.S., if you have, let's say you have 2 lanes, and down, what's on either side of 2 lanes typically? What would you see?
Probably sidewalks,
Okay, sidewalks. Yep.
houses, maybe
Houses.
other.
What are some things that are upright?
Oh, poles.
You have poles, right?
Lots of 'em.
Like telephone poles
Yeah.
that carrying electricity or phone or something.
Sure.
Okay.
Light poles.
Oh my gosh. We're driving down the road coming back to Manila. I'm in the front seat. On the way down, I was in the back seat. On the way up, I'm on the front seat. I saw something that I couldn't wrap my head around. As we're driving through, I'm like, was that a telephone pole in the middle of the road? And he's like, yeah, it was. I'm like, say what? No, no. We go a little bit further ahead. Sure enough, the telephone poles that used to be on the side, that used to be off the single lane road, they paved the road, and the telephone poles are in the road.
They paved around the telephone
They
poles.
paved around the telephone poles, and I've got pictures to prove it. So
What?
if you're a motorcycle rider, right, they have a lot of mopeds, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They can go around, okay? But if you're a car, let's say it was dark, because I'm thinking about, they have
The
radio-
lawsuit in the U.S. if somebody hits one of those and dies or gets injured in it, it would be astronomical.
I'm thinking, let's say that you're in the far right-hand lane, which is where the poles were,
Yeah.
on each side of the road, mind you.
Yeah.
And it's pouring rain because it rains heavy in Southeast Asia.
Sure.
Pouring rain. You can't see anything. And if you're not from that area, you wouldn't see the pole until you ran into it. Dude, I could
That's
not,
insanity. I don't rationalize that one.
I've never seen anything like that before. That was freaking hilarious.
That's crazy.
That was pretty good. Okay.
That's nuts.
Nothing else in Manila. We've talked about the different types of transpos. They've got, some tuk-tuks there. They also have these things called jeepneys we've talked about before. So really nothing else special other than the telephone pole, which I just thought was just
That's crazy.
mind-boggling. So those were some interesting tidbits from my trip.
And when you came back, were you a first class on the way back, or were you a plebe with the rest of us fools?
No, I was sitting international first on the way back.
Nice.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. It does make things so much different.
Oh,
and
for sure it does.
You can lay down flat, close your door, close all the lights. Everything's dark, everything's quiet, and you just go to sleep. And so, I mean, I literally slept for like 7-8 hours, like a full night's sleep. So when I landed, I'm like ready to go.
See, I would almost feel like I've wasted my time sleeping. Like I want to enjoy this. It'll probably not happen very often. So I would always feel like I have to enjoy this. I'm going to stay awake just to say I enjoyed it.
Well, I will say that, the service and the food that you
Oh,
get.
yeah.
So, okay, well, real quick, and then I'll hand off.
All right.
So when you get on the plane, obviously they'll come around and they'll offer you drinks, right? They'll give you champagne, really whatever you want,
Yep.
okay? Then they'll bring you heated nuts in a porcelain dish.
Yeah, hold on, time out. I can't wrap my head around the words heated nuts.
They're so good. So it's mixed nuts that have been heated. And so they're soft and warm.
Why are they heated? I've never heard that in my entire life.
Oh, man, it is so...
What am I missing?
Oh, you're missing because they are great. Super duper great.
I feel like my life is worthless. I've not had heated nuts.
Oh man, I'm telling you,
Unless they're a bowl of
out.
peanuts. I've had plenty of those.
You're missing out.
Apparently.
Yeah, they're not just regular peanuts. So you get heated nuts, okay? Then they take that away. Then they'll bring out your multi-course meal, which will start with like an appetizer.
Lobster, filet mignon,
You get appetizer.
couscous.
So like I think on this appetizer I got shrimp, like cocktail shrimp. I don't know how many big ones, not like a little dinky one.
Yeah.
Good sized shrimp that were sitting there. So that was like a little appetizer.
I mean, you are a 2 million miler, so.
And I have a tag to prove it.
It's on the mantle
With a light.
with the light and lasers.
So after that, then they bring you out a salad or, whatever, salad or soup. And then they'll bring out your main dish. And so the main dish, every flight's different. This one was, I think I got some type of chicken with all kind of fancy stuff around it. Really good meal. Way better than in the back of the plane, right?
Obviously.
Like high quality. And
We get cold nuts.
if you get nuts
If
at all.
we get nuts at all.
And it's served on like real plates and trays, and you get real silverware, like metal silverware, not like plastic stuff, like real stuff, right? Your drink, it comes in a glass, an actual material glass with ice in it. Very nice. After you're done with all this, they take that all away, and then they walk around with a cart that has your desserts on it. I opted, which every time I'm sitting up in this section, I always opt for this one. They'll come out with sundaes however you want. So they'll come out with a little tray. There's that you can have like pie or some other stuff. Always get the sundae.
Cheesecake.
The sundae, 2 scoops of ice cream, and then they have all these toppings. You can get chocolate syrup, strawberry syrup. You can get nuts. You can get.
But are they warm nuts?
They're warm nuts.
All right. But then they get cold, though.
But then you get cold.
Yeah,
so
that's the way it
it's
goes.
and then you can get sprinkles on it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And we know you love sprinkles.
It's amazing. Oh, I always get.
Dan
sprinkles.
loves sprinkles.
I like sprinkles.
I
so
get it. I'm not
telling
going to judge you.
Then they take all that away, right? So now you've had your full, meal and appetite, all that.
And how many of those do you get on the plane? 2, probably?
No, you get that big nice one, and then depending on when you're landing, depends on what you get next.
Yeah.
The snacks that you get, like in the back of the plane, you might get like a pretzel, or they might have some little cookie things, Biscoff that they throw you.
Yeah, you get the little aluminum foil bag with some pretzels, and I'm like, I feel bad. I'm like, can I have 2, please?
I know. And
I'm a big boy.
They
like,
look down
can I
at
have
you.
2? They're like, sure.
Well, up front, they have legit snacks throughout the flight. Premium,
Of course.
very premium. So that was my flight.
Oh, wow.
That was my flight back.
I feel you suffered for us. And we appreciate your suffering.
It's funny. Like when I fly with the family, they're always joking because they're like, "Oh, you got to fly back in the back of the plane, with us lowlies," and it is tough.
And the answer is yes, I do. Yes, honey and kids, I do. I'm suffering back here with you.
Okay, all right. So enough about me. So
That was cool.
you got some stuff to talk about. I've got a couple other things that we got about track, but you'll probably touch on those.
Yeah, I'll
as well.
touch on those too. So you came back from Air 27, and then I think within a few days or a week, you were back on the track at On Grid with me, right?
Oh yeah,
It was almost right. It was almost pretty
that
immediately.
Before, it must have been.
Yeah.
You're right. That was right. I came back for like a
You
couple
came back
days,
for a couple
did the
days.
track, and then I flew out.
That's right.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm always right. So On Grid was fun. As first time doing On Grid, it was rather unique because they had a time trial or time attack going on at the same time. So in between the different sessions, they would have the time attack group going as well. So because the last 3 years, the Cadillac V Club has partnered with Hooked on Driving, or now with On Grid, to be part of that. So we had, how many cars do we have there? 8, 9, something like that?
Yeah, just shy of 10, I
10,
think.
okay, yeah. 9 would be just shy of 10.
Well, you said 8, so
In my math.
just shy.
Just shy. But so we had, it was a lot of fun. We had some good cars out there, people that we've tracked with before, people that we haven't. We met some random dude in the gray C25V.
Gordon, was his name Gordon?
Yeah, we'll go with that. I think you're right. Actually, I think you're
Yeah.
right. If not, I'm just going to say you're right. So Gordon,
I'm always right.
I know you are. But we had a good group there. That was a lot of fun. I know there's a few stories here to tell. I don't know if you want to tell yours about the time attack, the unofficial time attack speed that you have, but I'll let you tell that story. Because I still don't think we've identified.
We haven't.
Okay. All right, yeah. Well, at some point we're going to have to.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a lot of fun. So I think after the first session, Dan looks at me and we're talking about turn one. Turn one, you come down after you get out turn 15, you go into straightaway. I'm doing 130 to 140.
16.
Or 16, yeah, 16. Yeah, I'm doing 130 to 140 in the straightaway. I know you're faster in your cars. But, you nail the brakes. Turn one it's a fast turn.
Yeah,
it's a pretty quick turn.
Yep.
Some cars do it 100. I've done it at 100 before. It's sketchy, but you can do it. And some cars can do it faster, right? I normally start braking. I'll coast a little bit before I hit the first set of braking cones. And then I'll brake.
There's 3 sets of cones.
3 sets of cones, right? I'll brake, load up the front end, and turn. But I know I overslow that. So Dan and I were talking about it. He's like, dude, brake at number 2. Brake at the second set of cones. And I'm trying to give him excuses as to why I don't want to do it. But they're all just excuses because I know that he's right. I'm like, okay, fine. Because right after you hit turn 1, it's a pretty short. You got to lay on the brakes. You have to get your steering wheel straight again. You nail the brakes to slow that car down because you're taking turn 2 at 55 or 60.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So you're really slowing down quite a bit. So think about going from 130, 140 to say 90 to 100 down to 50 to turn in or something like that. If you make a mistake, which somebody may have, which I may talk about, you could go off-roading. Again, what somebody may have, and I will talk about it. But I decided, okay, fine, I'll do it. So the next section, I do the warm-up lap, right? Get some heat in the tires. And I thought, all right, I'll just try it and see what happens. So I nail it. I go to, instead of halfway between the first cones and the second cones, I nail it there. I'm like, oh, that feels comfortable. I go back around. I do it at the second cone. It was nice. I went in at nearly 100 miles an hour, and it was very quickly back on the brakes so I can turn in. But I started doing that a bunch, and it was like, oh, it's really good. And as of course I had to tell him, and he's like, I told you, right?
So
the wise one.
The wise one.
Go ahead and say it.
So I've been saying this to Gene for a while, that you just do what I say.
Oh, for the love of God!
But the thing with turn 1, and we've talked about it before, is that it is kind of a pucker factor, that you're carrying a lot of speed, and if you mess up, you don't want to go off course. Now, it's a long way. You would have to go a really far way to actually hit the barrier.
Yeah.
Like a long way. So you really can't screw up that bad that you would damage your car, but you still don't want to go off track. But I'm going 20 to 25 miles an hour faster than Gene, and I'm hitting the brakes at 0.2. So I'm like, dude, you can 100% go to 2, but he hasn't been willing to do it. So I'm glad that he finally stepped up and he's like, hey, this actually works. I can do it.
It worked. The rest of the sessions, I'm doing it at 2, right? And it's working great. I'm feeling really comfortable. I'm really proud of myself for my knowledge of driving. So here's where I'm going to talk about car maintenance for a second. So while we were there, we also did a podcast.
We did.
And we talked about, what did we talk about? Track day stuff.
Oh, that's right. We did.
That's the track day
Episode 30
one.
was all
That's
about
right.
track day.
All about track day stuff. And we talked about
Maintenance.
Dot 4 fluid.
Yep.
So when I bought my Blackwing, before I hit my first track day, I took it to the dealer, had them swap out from Dot 3 to Dot 4 fluid.
To high temp.
High temp for tracking. It's recommended by the manufacturer. Do not track in Dot 3, which I did in my previous car and never had a problem, but I am stupid.
Well, I mean, but you probably weren't pushing it as hard.
No, I was the fastest I ever did on that was a 201. So I was 3 seconds slower. It's still pushing. Yeah, it's still pushing.
But you do want high temp fluid.
But you doing high temp fluid, and so I've now got probably north of 25 track days on this car, maybe even closer to 30 at this point.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Plus spirited driving in Mexico when we go down there.
Yep.
Even an autocross day on it as well. I have put those brake fluid through its paces. So when we talk about maintenance, do what we said to do before in the last podcast,
episode,
not this one. I haven't changed my Dot 4 in 4 years. So I'm feeling good. Car's performing really well. I haven't changed the camera on the car. I've done nothing. On the last session, 20-minute session, 30-minute session, whatever it is at the end of the day, I am, I did the hot lap or did the warm-up lap. I'm on my second lap, and I hit the brakes at the second set of cones. I nailed the brakes the way I do because I wanted to load up the front end, and then I trail brake, and I realized, oh crap, I'm not slowing down like I should. I'm carrying way too much speed into turn one, and I am now going to have to mat the brakes all the way to the ground because I am slow. I need to slow down, otherwise I'm going to go off the track at a high rate of speed. And I went back and looked at the video. I was doing, before I hit the cones, I let up off the throttle a little bit, just kept maintenance throttle in there, so I coasted until I got to the 2. So I was doing 130 when I started coasting. By the time I hit the cones, I was like 125, something like that. Hit the cones, turned in, and realized, oh crap, I don't have brakes. I have like 80% of the brakes I should. So I was able to slow it down to about 50 miles an hour. And the only thing I could do was to go off track parallel. And that track isn't like the one at ORP, as you know. It's nice and smooth. There's not a lot of bumps. Pulled off, and I was only maybe 3 feet off the track at all, right? Went parallel with the track, made sure I was clear, got on. And
did you come back on before you went up the hill?
Yeah,
okay.
I came back on before turn 2. Pulled off. I was done.
Oh yeah,
yeah, pulled off. So what had happened was I clearly boiled the brakes because when you're braking at turn 3, I don't have to hold the brakes. I don't have to hit them as hard or hold them as long. But braking at turn 2, it's a more instant. It's almost an emergency, like a 95 to 100%. It's a quick brake, and then you hold them a little longer because you're trail braking into that turn, and then you nail the brakes a little bit more to slow it down to go into turn 2. So I definitely overtaxed those brakes for sure. The brake pads themselves got plenty of material left, but the fluid has been boiled, and ever since then the brakes are definitely mushier. I've got the new Castrol seat, SRF, so I've got that. I just got to swap it out, but they're definitely a little mushier than they I'd like for them to be.
You definitely don't like that feeling.
I don't.
Because that we talked before, when my clutch went out on the other car, the brakes were fine because I changed the brake fluid to high temp, but I didn't change the clutch fluid out.
Mm-hmm.
And so my clutch went out, and that's when you lose the clutch and you can't press into pedal. Yeah, it's a pucker factor too.
Very much so.
So I can appreciate what it feels like when you go to press your brake and it's not all the way there when you're going at a high rate of speed.
Yeah, it was definitely a pucker factor. But when you look at the video, it was nice and smooth. Nailed the brakes, realized they weren't there, slowed it down. You can see me pushing the ball on the brakes a little further, trying to slow it down without going off road. I didn't want to go off roads. I don't want to go off the track sideways and 2 wheels hit the grass, right? And maybe flip or do some more damage. So I was able to smoothly drive it off and smoothly fail and then smoothly get back on. But so that's okay. It was still a lot of fun. I mean, regardless, it was a great day. It was an awful lot of fun. Met some new people. It was great to see Marjorie and Kelly there. It was so awesome to see them tracking the car. And
so thoughts, your question on, so we went with a different provider this year. And like you said, it does a bit different because they're doing it with a time attack. So instead of us doing 6 or 7 20-minute sessions.
Yeah.
It's like 5 sessions in total, but there's longer gaps in between.
Yeah, one gap was like an hour and a half.
One was like an hour and a half because they had like lunch, and so there's a longer break in between. It might have been 2 hours. There's a very long gap. Now, the price point was significantly less, right? But we got at least one less session.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What I want to say is that I actually liked it better. Yes, there was downtime, and I don't, it's no fun just to have a lot of downtime. But for me, we can talk about, I went with David to a turn 2 event, and that's just like HOD every hour on hour. And it's like you don't have time to take a break because you come off the track. I go cool the car down, got to add gas back to the car, change my shoes out, get into more comfortable shoes than my driving shoes.
He drives in high heels.
Then I'm looking at the Garmin, got time to go like get something to drink, go to the bathroom, and then come back because I need to be lined up.
Ready to
'cause I
go
wanna get
again.
early. I don't be back at the pack. So it's like, man, I don't have a break. So I think with the on-grid one, I actually liked it better that it gave me longer breaks in between to just relax, let the car cool
Yeah.
down, chill out. So while I got one less driving session, actually, I think I liked it better.
I did too, actually. I agree with you because we also had plenty of time to get the podcast in.
Oh, yeah.
So that
Yep.
gave us plenty of time for that. We could walk around, look at other cars, look at the what's it called, the time attack going on. I liked it. I liked the whole thing. It was a nice
Yep.
experience.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Good.
So we did that. A couple weeks. So what else we did since then? We did
We did a cruise.
the cruise.
Yep.
But before we did that, so we met on that Saturday because remember I brought my wife with me at the German the Avance Oktoberfest, right?
Yep.
Avance is a local car club up here. Great people,
Yeah.
right? We just love them. They are a great club. They do lots of great events. So they tacked on to the German day at Griot's Garage, which is
their
a coffee and the theme day, which is a coffee and cars that starts at 8:00 and goes till 10. And then Avance did the 10:00 to
2-ish?
2 or whatever.
Yeah.
So my wife and I wanted to go with the boys early. My wife, I love you, honey, if you're listening, but she was not getting out of bed that early. she was not
said
getting out of bed that early.
But when I talked to her, she's like, I was ready to go. Jean did not want to get
She
up
did
early.
not say that. Why you
So,
lying to everybody?
I'm just saying.
I got the text to
okay.
prove it.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying.
I got receipts.
Okay.
But no, it was fun. We brought her out there, and we were able to walk around. Really nice cars, but there's some really nice RS6 Avants.
Oh my gosh. Those things. There was what, 4 or 5 of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
the brakes on those things are massive. They look like 8 pots, but they're just huge.
That blue color.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are gorgeous.
Stunning.
That is an expensive station wagon.
Yes.
But man, those things. Woo,
The guy
they
said he
rock.
bought it with 55. He bought it with previous owner had $55,000 worth of upgrades in carbon fiber.
Oh,
on
I
it.
didn't know that. I mean, you could tell there's a lot.
Yeah.
55.
$55,000
Like a
of upgrades.
$200,000 car then.
Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it, but I'm sure he didn't pay the 55. I mean, he got
Sure,
a discount
yeah,
on it,
yeah,
but
yeah.
still, it was. So that was really fun, and that's where we started talking about doing the cruise, where we went to the next day.
Yes.
So we met up in where did we meet up in?
Well, we tried to meet up.
Oh, whatever. Did you look? Okay, you got to go back and read that whole text chain. You see where I thought we met at 2 different places, but we eventually circled back. We caught up.
We were supposed to meet in North Bend.
No,
I mean, sorry, in Fall City.
no. You got to look at the text again. The whole thing was we're meeting Preston at the Shell station.
Yeah, Preston. Sorry,
Yeah, and
sorry, Preston.
Yeah,
You're right.
and then you said you're going to stop off for some hot chocolate. I just didn't know where. So
Okay.
I didn't know. So I was going off the. It's like the military. You go off the previous order, the last order you've been given.
Okay, I will.
Come on, Captain.
I'll give Gene partial credit that you could have misinterpreted, but
Oh, you can't say partial credit and do it that way.
because I'm trying to be nice.
I can
I'm
see
trying to
that.
be nice because if you look at the whole thread, I said we'll meet here, and then I ran into they're doing road construction, right? So I couldn't actually get on to 90. It was routing me.
Yeah, it does take you out a weird way out this way.
Yeah, so it was like,
and
okay,
then mine took me out that way, back off 90, back around to go to Preston.
yeah, so
It was weird.
I don't know what they were doing, but mine routed me through Snoqualmie.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, well, it's sending me toward Fall City. I'm not going to go back to That's like
Oh,
backtracking.
see, I didn't know it did that. I didn't know it did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea yours did that. Mine took me off of 18 and around and then back. Yeah, it was weird. No.
So anyway,
So we met up at the Starbucks.
We finally get connected a little bit further north.
Yeah.
At Starbucks, and then we got there, had some, got some drinks, and then that's where the
Conversation.
wrap-
Met a couple, the husband and wife team.
Yeah, that we talked to them for
For a while.
Probably
Probably 20 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, that was cool. They're about their son, and so that was cool.
And Dan had a route for us and took us out into around Mount Baker area,
Yeah,
right?
Mount Baker
So beautiful.
Gorgeous. Oh my god.
Stunning drives. I mean, our radios didn't work, so
Yeah.
we'll have to fix that eventually. But But the drive was amazing, and some of the drives we go on, they're really tight. There's times where it was nice and tight, times it was nice and long. So it was a good mixture of both. Some was just, medium undulations, but the views were phenomenal. And then we end up going to the end of that. It's almost to the end of that road.
Because into the paved
road, because then there was 13 miles of gravel before more paved road again.
Yep.
We're not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
Not in our cars, no. Your car, well, that carbon fiber at the bottom, it'd sound like tick, 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 tick. It'd be horrible.
Yeah, terrible.
And I would not want to be underneath it because I know you'd be up under the detail in your undercarriage.
I know.
But he had a surprise for us. So we got a couple of pictures there. It's so funny. We decided to pull our cars around and literally block the road so no one could go, so we could get pictures of us with Mount Baker behind us. Because who cares about everybody else? It's us. Don't they know? Don't they know who we are?
That's right.
We went back the other way, and we stopped off at a couple places to get some good pictures.
Yeah.
Went back the other way, and he took us on a surprise hike, which I did not have the shoes for it. But we went to
sorry, Gene.
Granite. It was a Granite Falls. Right? I think that's the area called Granite Falls area, but it was the ice caves.
Yeah, the ice caves.
That was cool.
That was unbelievable.
That was beautiful. And we went, it's the end of the season for it.
Yeah.
So now beginning of the season where it starts to refill. And if it was it looks like a small glacier essentially, because where it is, the snow just piles up there and just stacks.
It comes down from a chute from up above, and it's just a weird natural formation of the way the cliffs are that funnels that snow down from the cliffside out onto where it's all flat and open, and it doesn't get sun there.
Yeah.
So that snow just naturally piles up, but then there's also a waterfall that goes underneath it that starts carving it out. And so every year this phenomenon happens, and we went, September, October?
Yeah.
I guess October.
Oktoberfest,
right?
Yeah.
And the cave was still there, although it had a massive fissure across it that, there's no way I would chance walking underneath that thing.
No, but apparently the couple that we met said there are people that were doing that and playing soccer underneath it one day.
There's no way I would
insanity.
Because what did we just decide it was like 100 to 150 feet tall?
Oh, easily, yeah.
So can you imagine 150 feet of snow falling on top of you?
They'll find you next year.
Yeah,
maybe
you'd be dead. So I was thinking, hey, we should, next year we'd definitely go up there. And we were thinking, let's go up earlier in the year so that it'll have much more of the snow cave. But they told us, the people we talked to said that they showed us pictures, and they went in July, and the caves were still formed. And that if you go earlier than that, that whole flat area out front is still covered in snow.
Yeah. Sometimes it's up to 2 feet of snow.
Up to a couple feet of snow.
Yeah, but the area was just beautiful.
Oh, man, it was...
And if you turn around and you got the ice caves to your back, the mountain range behind it was stunning.
Gorgeous.
Man, it was beautiful. I'm telling you, the cruising out here is just ridiculous.
It is. And I've got I still have a couple more drives that we haven't been on yet that I want to take us on. Hopefully, you mentioned about the radio. Hopefully, our next big cruise that we'll be able to have that addressed.
Yes.
Because
we got some new radios for inexpensive ones for the broader group when we do it with slower drives.
When we have like 10, 20 slower drives, but when we have a smaller group going
fast, spirited. I'm sorry.
Then it's better to have better comms, because I definitely don't like having to take my hand off the wheel.
No.
If someone's talking, I want to be able to talk while my hands are on the wheel. So hopefully we'll have that addressed maybe by Black Friday.
Yep, I think so. The only other thing I got for you, so we've got Trunk or Treat coming up, which we do every year. It's at Pacific Raceways.
Yep.
It's always a lot of fun. We give away a ton of candy. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's not. The amount of candy we give out is epic and ridiculous. But we have a good time. We're doing that now. I've been doing it 5-6 years straight.
This will be my third.
Yeah.
This will be my third year.
So it's a lot of fun. Then we've got Toys for Tots coming up at the end of for Christmas.
Yeah, December. Because the Toys for Tots, if you remember 2 years ago, I had the fun incident of
with the C8.
yeah, with the C8.
Yeah, that's right.
Where it snowed and I ended up having to sleep by the car. So that was hopefully that doesn't happen, because if it snows,
You're not driving
I'm
that
not
car.
driving the car out.
No, not that one. No. The only other thing I want to bring up too is the news that came out recently from Cadillac. Did you see that?
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
Right.
The 4 and the 5.
So Cadillac is getting rid of the CT4s. We know that they just didn't sell. The CT4Vs certainly didn't sell as much as the 4s.
I wonder what they mean by didn't sell.
They just weren't as popular. Well, so for instance, the math that I was told is that in the beginning, CT4V sold pretty well.
They did.
Still didn't sell as much as the 5s, but they sold well enough.
Yep.
But now it's almost a 2-to-1. It's so many more CT5Vs and CT5V Blackwings than the CT4s because people just they sleep on them because they think supercharged V8. Oh, by the way, those 5s are ridiculous. They're awesome.
They are. They're awesome.
Supercharged V8, they're huge. It's almost 700 horsepower or 472 horsepower.
Yep.
And twin turbo V6 doesn't sound as good, but as a driver's car, so many people, like all the instructors at Spring Mountain, prefer the 4Vs because as driver's cars, they are better.
Absolutely.
100% better.
When you talk to people who have reviewed them, always give high praises to the 4.
Always.
I mean, it's unfortunate that they've made that decision, because what other manual sedan high performance car can you go buy? I mean,
yeah,
Cadillac's kind of keeping the candle burning, and now they've decided to, like, what are you going to do? Go electric?
That was the whole thing. They were going to go all EV, all electric. But we heard from the leadership team at Cadillac that if the Vs kept selling well, they would respond. They never committed to anything, and they shouldn't. I understand it, but they said they would respond to the market demand. So the announcement we got this week from, by the way, it was Car and Driver. I think it was Car and Driver article said that they got the news. It was broke on the Cadillac V Club website.
Did they?
I
didn't know that the Car and Driver acknowledged that.
Yep.
Nice.
And they linked to the site too. So that's actually really cool. I found out yesterday when I got it from the chairman.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
So they're getting rid of the 4s, no more 4s. They're keeping the 5s, and they're coming back with another ICE engine. So they're going to keep an internal combustion motor. That's outstanding. So that means CT5E Blackwing, or whatever they call the new one. Now, the question is, what do they do with it? I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm going to call it.
Do tell.
Okay. Here's my prediction. My prediction is that they're going to keep the LT5 platform, LT5 motor. They're going to up the horsepower, because we know that thing will do, I think didn't the C7 ZR1 have 755 horsepower?
Yep, 755.
Okay. I think they're going to go to that kind of horsepower with it.
Oh.
With a hybrid front end. And I think they're going to put 1,000 horsepower on the Blackwings. That's what I think. Look at here's why I think
they're going to go from what's the 5 now?
686.
They're going to jump 70 horsepower.
Yeah.
And
again, this is not
do hybrid.
Yeah, Car and Driver. This is me. No, this is my guess. I'm not hearing this from anybody. This is my guess.
Yeah.
And my thought is this reason. Look at what they did with Corvette. Look at that progression, right? They went from, what is the C8, your C8 Stingray made? Was it 480?
Yeah, 490.
490? Okay, 490.
And then the Z06
and then Z06 was what, 670. Then they went to 1,084 and then 1,225.
Yeah.
So I think they'll do something along the lines of the 1,084 for like the ZR1. I think that's what they're going to do, because that's just a natural progression.
1,000 horsepower. That is bonkers. That is bonkers in a sedan.
That's my production. That's my production. That's my
that's your prediction.
Prediction or production, whatever. So I'm thinking to myself, I got to get these kids out of college real quick, man.
I like the 5. It's just so big.
It is. I mean, but if they come out with that kind of horsepower, they're almost going to have to put the precision package on whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Or by the way, the CT5 won't be the same body it is today. It could be smaller.
Oh, it could.
Because it has to be a new body.
Yeah, but if they're getting, I don't know. I guess
it has to be a new body, I would think.
That'll be interesting.
Because it'll and when it will come out, I would imagine if they're going to
28,
27, 28,
27. You think? Because 26 are out now, right?
Yeah,
26
so
is-
yeah, you're probably right. It's got to be 28.
28.
So because they have to launch whatever base model it is,
Yep.
and then, but they're probably, I would imagine they're doing them both concurrently, right? That's my guess. So
interesting.
that's my prediction: 1,000 horsepower
1,000
with-
horsepower
with the
sedan
equivalent of the
that's
precision package
production,
on it.
Not like Hennessy-fied
Yeah.
or wow.
Because look at Hennessy's got 1,000 horsepower CT5V now.
yeah,
Blackwing.
but that you're going. It's just crazy to think of an OEM.
Yeah, but look who runs performance. Tony.
I know, but still, it's just
We know Tony.
That's
That guy is a driver. He's a race car driver. He's a performance guy. He's all in for high performance.
But engineers are always fighting with the bean counters.
Yeah, but
Right.
they lost Corvette. I mean, if that's the case, they lost with Corvette.
Well, but
I
Corvette is
quote unquote lost. I mean,
yeah,
they
I mean,
won.
They definitely won.
They
Right?
won. Heck yeah, they won.
They were
Actually, let me rephrase that.
printed
We
money.
won. I don't have one, but maybe one day. We won as consumers. We
yeah.
won with the baddest car. And yay, Chevrolet. Great job with the Nürburgring records.
I mean,
Congratulations.
Yeah, all that.
That's amazing.
When they came out with that at $59,000 for the
C8,
the
that's
basing,
crazy.
I'm like, that is just unbelievable. And
Yeah.
then when I got the Z06, I'm like, I just can't believe. I haven't even driven the ZR1 yet. So I was like, I can't even imagine stepping up that next level. Man, that's so kudos to GM and Chevy for that, but that's just weird to think about 1,000 horsepower CT5.
But the more you think of it, though, my logic is pretty sound on this one.
It sound I still
And it's
like,
EV, so they, even though they don't really, I mean, we know now the way the process works. They don't get credits for EVs,
Yeah.
like they get credits for pure Vs,
Yeah.
pure EVs. Or I'm sorry, they don't get credit for hybrids, the way they
Right.
get credits for
Yeah.
pure EVs. But with the current administration, things
Yeah.
changing, maybe they don't care as much,
They don't care, 'cause
right?
it's
So now they
not
can do the
accredited.
hybrid, and think about the torque vectoring. You'll have to do that with 1,000 horsepower.
Okay,
So torque vectoring on that thing's gonna be crazy.
so the 5 is already a beast.
Oh man.
Not in performance, but in weight. Okay,
Oh yeah.
It's-
I get it.
it's heavy, right? So
I
now
got
you're
it.
going to add even more weight. Now, granted, you have performance that can offset that, but it's still even heavier car.
Yeah, but I agree, but we just don't know what size it's going to be. Maybe they shrink the car down a little bit.
Yeah, who knows? I'm just
knows?
thinking, okay, worst case,
Yeah.
it's still the bigger platform. They add more weight to it, so now it's 4,500 pounds.
Yeah.
It's looking like an M5 now. That's a big, monster. You go through your brakes and your tires
Yeah.
way faster. I still like.
But they know what they're doing. I mean, these
They
guys'
do know what
gyms
they're
are,
doing.
you know.
I just still like a rear-wheel drive
Mm-hmm.
car. Prefer manual or DCT, but I prefer manual that doesn't have the hybridized stuff. Like, I get it. There's some amazing all-wheel drive coming out of turns on the track. I get all that, but man,
I want to drive I do want to drive a Corvette E-Ray because I want to see what that's like, right?
Yeah.
It'd be kind of neat to try that. So, anyways, that's my prediction.
Okay.
I'm just putting. I read the tea leaves the way I'm reading them, but we got plenty of time to figure that out.
yeah,
but
I
I'll
got a
bet you
couple
it's going to be
years
crazy.
See what happens. Okay,
I'm
well,
just happy that Cadillac and GM, popped their head out and went, oh, we don't have to go
Well,
all EV.
Did they
Let's do
pop
something
their
different.
head out, or was it because the administration changed and they removed the pressure? That
Yeah,
was
it's
being
probably
put
that.
on?
It's probably that.
It's probably both. It's
Probably
probably
a combination of
combined,
both.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they're doing what they're doing.
And
100%.
And with the
behind
team
you.
that's running, them right now, with the performance-minded folks and track-minded folks,
Oh, yeah.
I think those consumers like us,
Yep.
we're going to be the ones that
Yeah, we win.
we win.
They have a lot of good people out there. So.
They really do.
Okay,
Dude.
man.
Great talk.
Yep. Until next time.
Till next time.
Cheers.